What's going on, guys and gals? We're 7 More Robots. I'm Hawkeye, but for the rest of the video, they're just gonna call me Guy because it's too hard to say. This is the Red King, Red, and Mr. Mr. Who.
Alright, we are going to be answering some random questions that we kind of compiled. Hopefully it'll help you get an idea of who we are, who you think we are, who we can be to you. And
Don't listen to him.
What we can have together.
Okay, so do questions. Okay, so I have a random number generator.
Oh, yes.
So we have 50 questions.
Man,
1 to
This is why she's the
She's trendy as
Number 10. This one's a really personal question.
Oh yeah.
I hope you guys are ready. What's something that you enjoy but everyone else hates?
What's funny is I'm sure you guys are having a hard time thinking something. I'm like, Man of Steel, spray cheese.
Oh, you can't say spray cheese, dude.
That's disgusting.
I'm what you want. It's amazing.
I hate you guys.
I'm gonna go with Friends because
Boo.
yeah, like,
Friends.
not and maybe these guys. The old 90s sitcom. It's a good transition from like 70s, 80s sitcom into modern day sitcom where we have a little bit more plot, we have a little bit better, more fleshed out characters. Like we kind of had that, just it wasn't good.
Superman, in general, everyone has a problem with him. Just he's too overpowered. His weakness is a rock. The weirdest complaints, and it's like I think with the Superman stories, you have a really great potential for like morality and like what it means to be human because he's not human. And it's he's too powerful, but that's how he lives all of his every day of his life. He has to go out, be around people, and not accidentally murder all of them. I think the psychological effect that must have on you is immense.
I know what it is. Biodome. I love that movie.
That movie's
Nobody likes that movie.
That movie's ridiculous.
What is Biodome?
That's exactly basic point.
Come back, Mothra. Assume the position.
It's got Pauly Shore in it.
Okay, the next question is, which series is better? Outlaw Star or Cowboy Bebop?
I don't think this should even be a discussion. I mean, Outlaw Star, great show. But I don't think it nearly came close to the balance that Cowboy Bebop struck from like humor, kind of gritty drama, depressing everything. I mean, it's just Cowboy Bebop was just such an all-around fantastic show, and I don't know, it just infused so many disparate elements. Why are you shaking your head at me?
Because I disagree.
You disagree?
Don't get me wrong. Cowboy Bebop is great. Like, it was a great show.
Nothing is better than Tank. That is the best theme song from anything ever.
The whole story is just a huge cluster. That's a good one. Alright, you know what? The song has nothing to do with it. Outlaw Star, like, the consistent storyline really kept me involved, and I loved the character development. Like, Gene, awesome. His little buddy, I don't remember his name now.
Edward, bro.
I'm sorry, I can't. So many are Edwards. But Edwards was hilarious because he was always like the grounding force. He was like, Gene, you need to get your life together, man. We don't have any money. He's like, it's fine. I'm a baller. You just really.
That's actual quote from the show.
I'm a baller. That's what I think. I really agree with that. What do you think?
I have to agree with you in the fact that both of them fantastic shows. I can't say too many bad things about either. Spike has emotional scars. You kind of see him. He's like, I got my emotional scars in my afro. And, Gene, you kind of see it on him, but he just plays it off all nonchalant, and like Mark was saying, there's more consistency in, the story. Sure, you have random episodes, but you have...
It's more coherent.
Yeah, it's more coherent, where, Bebop is episode, oh, last 3 ones, we have a story, just to remind you. If you like both, sweet. If you like one more than the other, awesome. If you don't like either, you're wrong.
You're wrong.
Yeah, you're absolutely wrong.
I think we can all agree on. You're wrong. We can all agree on.
You should definitely like and watch both. So.
Yeah.
Next, this is a good one. 44.
Oh, thank God, it's a different number.
Alright. The question is, why does Wolverine suck?
Oh, that's right.
Overdone.
just so
Long story
overdone.
short, overdone.
I mean, he's got great storylines. He's got great drama. There was a time when he was in like 3 Avengers teams, like 2 X-Men teams. How do you do that?
Cloning, bro. Personally, I don't have too much of a problem with Wolverine just because I haven't read a ton of stuff with him. But the fact that he's been like in the forefront of the X-Men verse for how many years now?
God.
Like almost 30. Like it's time we have like
A new representative.
Yeah, like new people, new blood.
But I have the same problem with a lot of the older X-Men. All the X-Men actually. They don't really create that many new X-Men. You know, like an Uncanny X-Men right now. Bendis has created a new cast of X-Men that I really like.
Yeah.
So I understand why they don't have as many, but it's just we keep seeing the same characters over and over and over and over again. And time for some legacy characters.
The only thing I can say that's like positive towards not Wolverine sucking is Old Man Wolverine. That was fantastic because
Willow, right?
Yes, and it was fantastic because it was not Wolverine. Mm-hmm. He was a different man. He was an old guy who didn't want to be involved with X-Men at all.
In case you haven't read it,
great.
It is a fantastic story. It's by Mark Millar, I believe. It's kind of like an Unforgiven, Clint Eastwood movie style Wolverine story. Takes place in the future. Everything in his life sucks, which really isn't any other. It's not the ordinary form.
It's not different,
but it sucks in a much worse way. Like
it was a great story.
It was
like he developed so perfectly in that one that it made me go like Wolverine doesn't suck as much. And then I remembered everything else Wolverine's done.
26. Who's your favorite kid from the Sandlot movie?
Oh, I think we can all agree it's Hercules.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a kid, but
Hercules is the best.
Come on.
You know who my favorite kid was? James Earl Jones.
I was gonna say that. You stole it from me, you jerk.
Snatch out the air.
Because he was a kid once. That's what's important.
This is a momentous occasion. Our first single-digit question.
Woo!
Okay.
The intern is excited.
Okay, which Pokemon would you be?
No. Riolu. No.
No.
Houndour. No.
Why don't you let somebody else go first and
You think about it.
yourself?
I'm gonna have to go with the Ghastly Haunter Gengar.
Yes!
They're not the strongest. I don't know, like, even though Haunter's like my favorite looking, like, I just like the evolutionary line. I like the fact that it was like the first and like only ghost Pokemon from like the first generation.
I really like, actually, personally, Mewtwo. Mewtwo was the best. He also had, like, the most rage of any Pokemon. When you started to get into his story and you just realized how angry his life was, I was like, I like you. I really like what you got there. And it's just like, oh, hey, guess what? I'm as tall as a person. I can talk like a person. Guess what I can do? I can make my own Pokemon. I know that was all random, thrown in the movie, like, just random.
Yeah,
but
it still counts.
And I mean, he was like, since he was like that special Pokemon you could catch, the end of like Red and Blue was like, I don't know, he's been like my shiny golden idol.
I've already said too much. But I'd like to.
Let me see. Then Houndour.
Stop. Cynical. Because Typhlosion can learn Thunder Punch. And then you are unstoppable. You're like, I'm weak against water types. No, I'm not.
So Frog could be any Pokemon line.
You'd be
It would be Thunder Punch.
It would be TM, whatever. Thunder Punch.
Okay. The next question. Ooh, video game question. Whose life is more tragic? Marcus from Gears of War,
Oh, crap.
or Joel from The Last of Us?
Kind of difficult to compare them just because there's such a different.
Because let's say
games.
one is kind of, there's a lot of personal loss. The other one, sure, there's some personal loss, but like with Marcus, there's also the loss of comrades, the loss of.
It's a loss of country.
Yeah,
loss of
there's
stuff like that.
a much more
Grand
scale of loss. Yeah.
He also grew up in a world and like a universe pretty much where there's nothing but like
War.
destruction and
That's
pain
true.
and chaos, and
it's all relative.
then Joel kind of grew up in like normal world, and then everything just went downhill.
Guys.
Spoiler alert!
Ah!
Which it's not a spoiler if you have a brain and you start that game.
Yeah.
You know what's about to happen.
He doesn't have a daughter in the trailers.
It doesn't
Right?
make it
This is
like
his daughter.
it doesn't make it any less like impactful
Shocking.
when it happens. Because I remember starting that up and I'm like, wait, he has a daughter. no. And then like it got to the point like, no, I knew it was gonna
It's even worse if they
happen.
let you play this her and you're like, why would you do this? I don't want to build a connection to this little girl.
It'll be okay. She'll make it. Don't you worry. She doesn't make it
I think we're conflating emotions. I think most of us sympathize with Joel more,
because it's more.
but I think Marcus definitely has
the worst.
The worst.
Alright, would you rather be immortal but forgotten and ignored by all? Forgotten and ignored. Sorry, I read that wrong. Or would you rather die young and be remembered forever?
Rather be Achilles or be the other path Achilles didn't walk on. Pulled right from the Iliad.
I actually didn't even remember that until I wrote it. I like wrote it down and I went, oh.
Hey!
I'd have to go with immortal but forgotten. Like, I really don't care about that much fame.
But wait, and ignored by all.
Honestly, like you can do so many like things, and you can just be alive forever, and people will be like, "Hey, who did that? I don't know," and you can just like kind of kick their cat. And
Just trolling humanity for the rest of the time.
yes.
Why? Where do my shoes keep going? I keep waking up and I've got ballerina shoes instead of my work shoes.
The nefarious immortal has stolen your shoes.
So if you're ignored by all, right? So you can be like standing next to someone, right? You can smack them across the face. Like a second later, you're like, wow, who's just smacked me across the face?
I totally imagine it's just like, you're still physical, like everything you do, you can still touch it. But like everyone literally just doesn't see you anymore.
I think I'd have to go, I don't know what the exact wording was, but live fast, die young.
So die young, but be remembered forever.
Because, I mean,
For something awesome.
I think
Yeah,
it beats
I
having a
imagine.
legacy, you know? I'd rather have a lasting, or give a lasting contribution to society. Or
I'm actually, even though I wrote this question, like, I'm really torn. I think I might have to agree with Nick on this one. Because, like, and you know what? I agree with Nick because of the point you made. I'm already kind of a bad person as it is.
Oh.
So, I feel like it would just
that was
give me...
not my intention.
It would give me, like, a reason to be, like, this immortal deity that no one remembers, and then I just pop up again, and they're like, oh, it's a god. What happened?
Okay, so last question now. Okay, so I want you guys to be really creative here. If you had to be one musical genre for the rest of your
I
life,
hate you so much for this
what
question.
would it be?
Witch House.
What is that?
It's electro house charged with like pagan witchcraft type, like
Charged by a pig.
charged by. Southern song, boom.
I'll praise the mother.
White Ring, Salem, Purity Ring is sometimes considered.
Oh, yeah.
Grimes can be considered crimes, which is not Grimes. No, I like the vibe. I like the fact that sometimes it's really heavy and dark, and other times it's still got like a dark grittiness to it, but it's kind of a light, vibe for a song.
I'd have to say post dubstep. Kind of like you said, yours is a little dark. Post dubstep isn't dark, but it does have a more kind of almost reflective tone that you're listening to, and it's it's kind of calm, it's kind of quiet. And I think the inversion of the popular dubstep, where most people think of dubstep as just being really, really loud, a way to show people you have nice speakers, stuff like that. I think using those effects, so they are really high energy, exciting. I can listen to Promises by Nero every day, forever. But like taking that energy and then subverting it.
What would you consider like perfect circle and like Tool?
New metal?
Yeah, that's it.
That's what I would be. It kind of draws you in initially because you're like, oh, like this is really nice. This is real subtle, and then like it builds into it, and then all of a sudden it just hits you, and you're like, yeah! And
Kind of like Mark. He starts off really nice and soft,
and I just
Thank you for joining us on this video. If you have any questions that you would like us to answer in future videos such as this, please leave them. If you like the video, please like, comment, subscribe.
If you don't ever want us to do this again, you should you should let us know so that we don't ever do it again.
If you are interested in what we're doing, please follow us.
There's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're all going to have our individual ones as well, so go ahead and follow us. We'll go ahead and put the links in the bottom of the video if you want.
We've got a lot more content coming soon, so just stay with us. We hope you enjoy it. Most importantly, remember who you are and what you are.
Don't go causing any trouble out there.
And please, don't eat the yellow snow.
the book!
He's like,
Get the book!
how do I cut you off then? Oh, I'll just scoot over closer to Rob. How do I change the ice? Because it's all here we go. I got it.